my God, you look amazing.
Y'all are like giving me all my wardrobe for my next show. I love it. This is so great.
Thank you.
Nice to have you on the show.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here.
Well, ditto. It's great to have you, but you've been performing as well as Ari since you were really young.
Yes.
Right?
I was 7, and my mom, a single mom, I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I was a tiger cub. And one of the activities was go and take your kid to go see a community theater production.
Yeah.
And it changed my life. It literally changed my life. And I remember saying to my mom that day, I want to be on Broadway. I know that that is what I want to do. And from there, she and my dad just supported me and said, if that's what you want to do, Rob, like, go.
Yeah, you just reminded me, actually. I forgot. I think my first theater experience was a community theater at Casa Manana in Texas. My mom took me, she was a single mom as well at that point, and took me to see Phantom of the Opera.
Yes.
And I remember hearing that music going, oh, I want to do this.
But that's why we have to support our local theaters.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
in that
it
moment,
inspires so many. I totally forgot that even happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
Oh, from then on, every song I was singing full. My mom was probably tired of hearing me sing, but it's all right. It's helping now. But what made you? I sang all the time. What made you decide to start the Broadway Collective?
So like I said, I always wanted to be on Broadway, and I got an opportunity to do 5 Broadway shows, and I was doing Motown the Musical, and our director, Charles Randolph Wright, said, when you go out on this show, you will have only done your job if you build something, if you build on the legacy of Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown. And so I started to think, okay, how blessed have I been to live this career? But none of it matters if you don't go back and bring up the next generation.
Yeah, if you don't turn around and look behind you to help them forward, And
so I said, all right, I'm gonna go teach the next generation of Broadway, singing, dancing, and acting, and audition techniques, but above all of that, wellness and kindness.
Yeah.
And so that's how the Broadway Collective began.
Constructive criticism,
That part.
Yeah, so what is the project's mission?
So it is to really give, in a day, a person the opportunity to see what is possible for their future. Like, I don't care if my students end up going to Broadway. Like, I feel that singing, dancing, and acting, this training is just a tool to get them to open themselves up. Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we are on a city tour right now called Hello Broadway Live, where we are bringing Broadway performers to cities across the country, because I believe you have to see it to be it. And so in that day, like if we were to come to see you in Texas and you see a Broadway performer, you're like, oh, I want to be that person. Like, I want to do that thing. And to really stretch them, because our singers come in and I say, baby, you're gonna dance today, you know? And they're like, oh my God, no. But it's like, no, when you stretch beyond the limits of your perceived limits.
I love dancing. Your body can sing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And on Broadway, it has to, right? And so I'm like, let's start.
I wouldn't know. Y'all do
them.
too many shows for me, man. I'm like, woo.
8 shows a week. It's wild.
8 shows a week. Nope. Nope.
No.
No. It's not for some of us. Your mom helped you get scholarships, which is incredible, because that's how a lot of us get anywhere. I went on scholarships for a lot of different things, but now what's cool is that you're blessing. You were blessed, so now you're blessing others and helping them with scholarships as well, right?
My first dance teacher, Kirsty Tice Spady at the North Carolina Dance Institute.
Full name, I love you.
Full name. Oh yeah, full name. We're Southern, okay? She really saw me because I was the only boy in class. I was the only Black gay boy in class. And she was like, you need this training. And when I decided to open the Broadway Collective, she said, I will support you only if you make sure that you make room for others. And so we started a program called Project Next Gen, which we go on an audition tour to find these incredible young people and say, you deserve to come to New York City this summer, train at our summer program, Gathered NYC, meet Broadway directors and choreographers and casting directors, and have your life changed, right?
Before the break, Robert told us about his scholarship program, and we have one of his recipients joining us now. Say hi to Kendall, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and tell us about your experience with the Broadway Collective.
So I met Robert in 11th grade. And during that time, I was just strictly a dancer. Like, that's just what I did, right? His program actually stopped in Atlanta, and I did it, And it just opened so many doors for me. And it made me I was just able to see like, oh wow, I can dance, I can sing, I can act, like, and
you saw it.
And I saw
what you could achieve. Yeah,
he was right in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was such a beautiful experience for me. And for that, like, I thank you so much because you've opened so many doors for me as a performer. I'm gonna get emotional. But then I was able to do your Gathered program, and then that really solidified everything for me. And I was like, this is what I want to do.
I remember that day in Atlanta, and you're gonna make me cry today. And you just had this fire, you know, and that's what you're looking for, right? You go out on this tour and you're like, we will help somebody today, you know? And you came to New York City and you were prepared. And every time a choreographer or a casting director came in, she just had that desire, that lean forward. And honestly, that's why we do what we do. And that's why we go out on this tour. And that's why we raise these scholarships, because you deserve to be here. Period.
Well, if people do want to help and they want to send money, they want to give somebody a scholarship, they want to be a part of that. What's the best way to do that?
They can go to our website, which is bwaycollective.com/nextgen.
Okay.
And they can become a Next Gen.
Because I know a lot of people that would love to, and they want to know where the money's going. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind giving, but they're like, who is this going to help? Can I see the face? Can I know that it's going to someone that I'm really helping? Like, a lot of people would want to do that.
I'll tell you right now, when she ended up coming to school, she came to school for dance. And then joined the Tina national tour, right? In a musical, right? And so it's like, in that moment, it's like you look at this incredible woman and you say, this is why we do what we do, because it's not just a week of inspiration, but it's a week that really changes the trajectory of your life.
And As a person who comes from a single parent household, and my mom was able to, you know, talk with you, and I was able to get the scholarship for the program, like, this program literally launched the trajectory for everything that I'm doing now. I'm a senior commercial dance major at Pace University, national Broadway tour, Paper Mill Playhouse. So again, thank you so much for showing me that everything that I want to achieve in life is possible. Thank you.
Thank you for doing the work, because what's amazing is the young Black girl who's now watching you right now, watching the Kelly Clarkson Show, and she's like, oh, I'm about to be about that life. So thank you.
And you can do it. And you can do it. Well, Robert's an ambitious guy. In addition to the Broadway Collective, he took on another big project, which is the subject of the new Max series, Breaking New Ground. So this started with a moment that went viral, right?
Yes.
Yeah, explain to everybody.
So in 2020, it was June, I purchased a historic home that was built in 1820.
Beautiful.
And thank you. And I posted about it, and it went viral because we were grappling with the murder of George Floyd. And in the middle of our racial reckoning in this country, here was a gay Black man that was saying, hope can still be on the agenda, right? And so from that post, my best friend asked me, hey, Rob, what have you always wanted to do? And when I was performing on Broadway, I would decorate Broadway dressing rooms. And she said, what if you did that and turned it into a TV show? And so we literally stayed up all night. Literally, right? So we stayed up all night, worked on a pitch, and then the next morning, the Scotts brothers called and said, hey, we'd love to talk. And then from there, that's how we were in touch with the Oprah Winfrey Network and partnered with HGTV. That turned into a 6-episode series of renovating the home and finding my family's history. And, you know, when I think of what was happening in America when my home was built in 1820, my family, the Hartwells, were enslaved in Virginia. 425,000 enslaved Black Americans in Virginia at that time. And to know that 200 years later,
I can see you now.
Oh my God, you know, it just gives you courage, and it really, I think, reinstates that responsibility that even now, you must be a light carrier. No question, right?
All right. Well, we have a clip. So here's Robert and Breaking New Ground.
John Vanderpool walked and served in these halls as a 30-year-old man in the 1860s. And 100 years after his death, I was born. And to then go into Darius's dance studio and know that I get to have this sanctuary and experience it with my family and with my friends, it's overwhelming.
Go online to learn more about the Broadway Collective and check out Robert and Breaking New Ground, available now on Max.